Hello guys, this is Matt from MTrade. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will explain one of my last swing trades for this week. And in the beginning of video, I would like to mention that this is not educational purpose video. This is just I'm going to explain my risk management plan for this swing trade and how the game plan was. Before I jump on the video, guys, I would like to make sure you follow my Instagram pages and subscribe my YouTube channel. And if you guys have any question about stock trading, day trading, swing trading, you guys can DM me or email to mtrade. So let's jump on the video. This is Nikola 1 year 1 day chart. Because Nikola was on my watch list for a while, I actively swing trade Nikola. That's why I have always my main support and resistance areas ready for me, so I do not need to draw every time. And I had my trend line here also. As you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago, Nikola had good jump through $38 area, but I missed that. Actually, I didn't see that there's going to be in this area there's going to be angle break, this area exactly. So it did break and I missed it, and it did hit $38. I was expecting a pullback, but the pullback didn't happen, the reverse happened. So the uptrend, I was expecting pullback around the red line, the support line, then it's gonna go up. It didn't happen, so I was being patient and I was waiting because I saw that it didn't hold the red line, and the next couple days it did drop even more. And what I did, like, I had a support line here around $16, 16 cent, and it came and it did hold that area, and I started to buy shares around $17.08. I added it. I bought my shares around $17.08, and my plan was to sell it in the green light, which was like around $20. The next day, stock share price for next couple days it went up, and I was expecting it's gonna break $19.30 area, and it's gonna hit my profit area, which is around $20. So trade the stock price increased around $19.30 after I bought $17.08, but I was expecting a couple more cents, but it didn't go through. I saw that it's gonna start to go drop the share value again. So I was planning to balance. Normally I balance 3 times for one stock, for one swing trade, maximum 3 time balance, which means if the stock share price drops, I add more shares, and if it drops one more time, I'm gonna add one more time shares for the last, which is the most stronger support line for me, so I normally add there for the last one. uh, uh, so I added, after drop I added more shares around $15.37. I actually was expecting it's gonna hold that area, but it didn't hold, and I had my last support line around $13 70 cent, I think. Let me see. Yeah, around $13.70. So I will explain how I find that support line. Looking from 1 year 1 day chart, in the previous months I saw that there's in this area there's support line, so I draw it. And for me, what I do normally to get confirmation for the strong support line, I draw trend line uh, from previous months. So the trend line beginning point is 75, 72 cent. I draw it, and when we draw it through down, we see that the line was here before, the support line, and the trend line cut here. It means that this area can be strong support line. This is how I find a strong support line for me, for my analyze. So I saw that this is good confirmation to add more shares in this area, the last red line, and I added more shares there at $13.70. So after I added, uh, so because I didn't follow my game plan, because my game plan was buying $17.08 and selling at $20, so it didn't work. What I normally do after I balance, whatever the last price I bought, I sell those shares whatever the price before that I bought. Like I bought my last trade, I bought $13. I think it was $13.70. So before that, my buy price was $15.37. So whatever shares I bought from bottom, I sold it in $15.37. And my next plan was whatever I did buy from $15.37, I will buy at $17.08. So because it was a good confirmation for me, I followed the plan. So I sold some of my shares at $15.37, and I saw that the stock has potential to hit $17.08, which whenever it hit that area, my plan was to get out of uh, trade fully. So what this gives me, at the beginning my profitable trade turned to losing trade, so I was in negative. So because I balance from bottom, uh, because I buy more shares, stock after stock goes up, start to give uptrend, so I get profit from down price that I bought, and plus whatever was my lose from beginning, it it comes back. So basically I'm getting my losing trade back, and because I'm adding more shares, those more shares give more profit to me. So with that, uh, whenever it did hit the $17.08 area, which it hit, I closed my whole position. So the first shares that I bought when I started to trade Nikola, I sold them in the same price that I bought. So those first shares are even. What my profit comes from, basically from balancing, because I had to balance, as I mentioned. Whenever the share price was dropping, I added at $15.07, and more it did drop, I added more shares at $13.70. So that's why those two prices was my profit, and my uh, first shares that I bought at $17.08, that was even. So this is how I could turn this losing trade to profitable trade. But I will mention one thing, guys. So let's say I bought more shares, my last shares at $13.07. Let's say it didn't even hold a strong support line, and it did drop more. What would I do? Like, I would probably exit from all of my trades, all of my positions, and get my loss. Uh, but normally, because I believe in my analyze from chart, uh, I had like expectation like over 70% that this is gonna be uptrend from bottom. Even though if it doesn't become uptrend, I will take my loss and exit or from all of my positions, because for that day, if it didn't hold that strong support line, it means it could drop more and I would lose more money. And losing money in trade is very normal, and we all have to accept it. We sometimes have a losing trade we can have profitable trade. But like the main thing is how we act to our losing trades. It would be I think like kind of huge loss for me, but because I'm more profitable with this strategy, that so even though it wouldn't hurt me that much. So make sure, guys, before you balance, make sure you have the stock has a potential. You have to have good chart analyze skill. You have to find strong support and resistance areas. Then that's gonna be your confirmation. Like if you guys like don't know about trade and start to balance a trade without know about stock trading, it can be very dangerous and it can you guys can have a huge loss. So for my trade, like I had confirmation from my indicators that I had my confirmation from support resistance uh, and a couple other things. So I did believe that uh, it's gonna go up after touch the $13.70 area. So guys, I hope this video was helpful, and uh, I will continue record more videos like this, explain my trades, and explain how to find the good support resistance areas. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you like the video and subscribe my channel.